Shalom Family, this is yet again your boy, Johanna the Hebrew Prince, and I'm coming to you today with my little princesses. We're going to make a video today. We're going to put this thing online. We want everyone to encourage our princesses. Princesses say, Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa. For this is the day that Hawa has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. For his love, his patience, his kindness, and generosity, his strength, courage, endures to all generations. Say it with me, y'all. Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa. Hallel Hawa.
There we go, y'all. So we're in here with my princesses.
Hallel Hawa.
So what we want to do today is, first of all, we want to have a special segment about ensuring that we impress upon our children, impress upon our kings, our kings in training, our princesses in training. We want to ensure that they are getting the word, make sure that they comprehend who they are and whose they are. So to start it off, we're going to have my 4-year-old princess. She's going to bring to us Tehillim. Tehillim will come. We will come from chapter 117. We get to it. And we're going to start at verse 1. And remember, she's 4 years old. My princess is 4 years old, and she's going to break this down for us. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, come on into the mic. Go ahead on and give us Tehillim, chapter 117. Go.
Hello, all you nations, extol him, all you peoples, for his loving commitment is mighty over us, and the truth of Yahweh is everlasting. Hallel Hawa.
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 That's good. So Hallel Hawa. That's my 4-year-old. She's very excited. She did such a wonderful job. And now what we want to do is we want to move in to Devarim or Deuteronomy, chapter 6. But however, before we get into chapter 6 and let my 6-year-old read, and I promise you, this is not coercion. My 6-year-old, this is what we do. We teach our children how to read. We teach them how to recite. We teach them how to learn. Okay, so that's very important. But before we do that, we're going to let my 4-year-old speak one more time, coming from Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6, and it talks about training up a child. Okay, baby, go ahead. Train up a child.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he grows old, he'll not depart from it.
That's right. Did y'all hear that? Say it again, my baby.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he grows old, he'll not depart from it.
That's right. It's all about training up our children. Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Good. Now we're going to get into the quick lesson today. We're going to get into the lesson. Remember, family, this is all about our children. This is not just about the adults. It's not just about us. It's about making sure that we get to the next generation. Okay? So without further ado, we're going to jump right on into this. And we're going to read Devarim chapter 6. Okay? And we're going to stop at a couple of places, and we're going to do some commentary. But after we do that, we're going to go ahead and move on. Okay, so let's dive into this, and I'm going to turn this screen a little bit so that my 6-year-old princess can also read and put her input into it. Okay, and throughout the segment, we're going to allow my 4-year-old princess to make sure that she recites to us Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6, so that we can keep in mind what we're trying to do and the importance of it. Okay, so princess, will you please start the reading at Devarim chapter 6, starting at verse 1. Go.
And this is the command, the laws and right rulings which Yahweh your Elohim has commanded to teach you to do in the land which you are passing over to possess, so that you fear Yahweh your Elohim, to guard all his laws and his commands, which I command you, you and your son and your grandson.
Who?
And your grandson.
Who?
And your grandson.
Now let's back up here. I want you to read verse 2 again. Read verse 2. Go ahead.
So that you fear Yahweh your Elohim.
Do what now?
Fear Yahweh your Elohim.
Go ahead.
To guard all his laws and his commands, which I command you, you and your son and your grandson, all the days of your life, and that your days be prolonged.
Stop. So family, as you heard my 6-year-old, she said that you and your son and your grandson, all the days of your life, and that your days will be prolonged. And what are we supposed to be doing? Teaching these laws, precepts, and statutes and commands, not only to ourselves, not only to the grown-ups, but we're supposed to be definitely taking time in dealing with our princesses, dealing with our princes. And why is that, Janiyah? Can you please tell us why? What are we supposed to do? Proverbs 22:6, right? Train up a child. Give it to him.
Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he goes old, he'll not depart. He'll not depart from it.
Hallel Hawaii.
Hallel Hawaii.
That's why, family, we are supposed to be training up our children in the way they should go. So when they get old, they will not depart from it. There's a lot of things going on out here right now, family. And I just got through taking a class, and I learned so much about drug and alcohol. I learned about addiction and how powerful it is. We need to make sure that we are training our children not to indulge in activity that will possibly or will destroy their lives. Not only physically, but will destroy their lives spiritually, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, philosophically, and whatever have you. So we have to make sure that we are definitely training and that we're definitely doing what we are supposed to be doing. And now, after my daughter finished chewing on that piece of popcorn, I would like for her to read verse 3. Read.
And you shall hear, O Israel, and shall guard to do that it might be well with you, and that you increase greatly as Yahweh your Elohim of your fathers has spoken to you in a land flowing with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, Yahuwah our Elohim, Yahweh our Elohim, Yahweh is one.
Let's read it again, verse 4.
Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our Elohim, Yahweh is one.
One more time.
Hear, O Israel, Yahweh our Elohim, Yahweh is one.
Keep going.
And you shall love Yahweh your Elohim with all your heart, with all your being, and with all your might. And these words which I am commanding you today shall be in your heart.
Shall be in your what?
Heart.
Be in your what?
Heart.
Be in your what?
Heart.
Read.
And you shall impress them upon your children.
Upon you who?
Children.
Upon you who?
Children.
Keep read.
And shall speak to them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up.
Stop. Why, Janiyah? Train up a child.
Tell the time the way he should go, and when he goes up, he'll not depart from it.
Hello. Good, good. That's what it's all about. It's definitely all about ensuring that we train up our children in the way that they should go, so that when they get old, they will not depart from it. Please comprehend this, family. It's all about our children. They are our future. Our princes will one day become kings. Our princesses will one day become queens. We have to ensure that we are definitely putting the information out to our children. That's why the information matters so much. That's why it's indicative. That's why it's important to know who we are, whose we are, and why. Why the Most High has us in this position today. And it all starts with us, parents. It starts with ensuring that we know who we are and whose we are, and ensuring that we pass that information down to our children so they can have a head start, so that the Most High can look down upon us and be pleased with what we are doing. Verse 8.
And shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and shall be as frontlets between your eyes, and shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. And it shall be when Yahweh your Elohim brings you into the land. Into
the what?
Land.
The land. Say it again.
Land. Of which he swore to your fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzchak, and to Jacob, to give you great and good cities which you did not build, and houses filled with all kinds of goods which you did not fill, and wells dug which you did not dig. vineyards and olive trees which you did not plant, and you shall eat and be satisfied. Be on guard, lest you forget Hawa, who brought you out of the land of Mitzrayim, from the house of bondage. Fear Hawa.
Fear who?
Hawa.
Fear who?
Hawa.
Fear who?
Hawa. Hawa.
Fear who?
Hawa. Hawa.
That's right. We ought to fear Hawa, your Elohim, and do what?
Serve him and swear by his name. Do not go after other mighty ones, the mighty ones of the people who are all around you. For Hawa, your Elohim, is a jealous El in your midst, lest the displeasure of Hawa, your Elohim, burn against you. Then he shall destroy you from the face of the earth. Do not try Hawa, your Elohim, as you tried him in Massah. Diligently guard the commands of Hawa, your Elohim, and his witnesses and his laws which he has commanded you. And you shall do what is right and good in the eyes of Hawa, that it might be well with you. And you shall go and possess the good land which Hawa swore to your fathers, to drive out all your enemies from before you, as Hawa has spoken. When your son asks you in time to come, saying, what is the meaning of the witnesses and the laws and the right rulings which Hawa, your Elohim, has commanded you?
Stop. If you notice, family, after everything he said, he brought it back to who? He brought it back to our children. Because the children are always going to have a question. Daddy, why do you do what you do? Mommy, why do you do what you do? Why do you say Hawa versus other names? Why do you worship? Why is that? Children are very inquisitive, and they would like to know. And we have to ensure, and he made a proclamation right here. He set it in place to ensure that, hey, when your children, when they come asking you a question, what is the meaning of the witnesses and the laws and the right rulings which Hawa, our Elohim, has commanded you? What shall we say? Read verse 21.
Then you shall say to your son, we were slaves of Pharaoh in Mitzrayim, and Hawa brought us out of Mitzrayim with a strong hand. And Hawa sent signs and wonders, great and grievous, upon Mitzrayim, upon Pharaoh and upon all his household before our eyes. And he brought us out from there to bring us in, to give us the land which he swore to our fathers. And Hawa commanded us to do all these laws.
How many of the laws?
All.
Just some of the laws?
All.
A little bit of the laws?
All. All.
That's right. All the laws. And Hawa commanded us to do all these laws. Read.
To fear Hawa, your Elohim, for our good always, to keep us alive as it is today. And it is righteous for us when we guard to do all this command before Hawa, our Elohim, as he has commanded us.
That's what we doing. Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Very proud of my babies. Thank you very much. And my baby, can you please tell us one more time, what are we doing? We training who?
Training up the child in the way he can go, and when he goes on, he'll not depart from it. Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa. That's what we're about. We're about training up our babies. And remember that he talked about giving us the land. He talked about giving us righteousness. He talked about giving us things we didn't even build, dig, vineyards that we didn't even plant. But you have to remember, we have to guard his commands. And when we guard the commands, our children will guard the commands. If our children will guard the commands, then our grandchildren will guard the commands, and so forth and so have you. And the Most High will come back. And when he come back and he see us in righteousness, and he take away our uncleanliness, we will inherit the land. Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa.
Love you all. Hallel Hawa.
Hallel Hawa. Hallel Hawa. Hallel Hawa.